Hey everybody, this is Mr. Woodward here. I'm recording this video to show you all how to log on to Imagine Math and the expectations of what you should be doing for every intervention block in your math classes. Okay, so the first step, what you want to do when you're logging into Imagine Math is to go through Clever. So you can get the Clever, here what I just did is typed in Clever into a new incognito tab. So I'm going to do it from a student view. What you want to do next is hit on login with Active Directory. Type in your student email and password. So I'm just going to do one of the students from my classes as an exemplar. At bcps.org. And the password. All right, so when you log into Clever, Imagine Math is going to be one of the icons that pops up for you. In this case, if you log into the My Apps, it should be the orange one with this man that with this person with their arms out sideways. The orange one that says Imagine Math. And if you hit the heart, it'll favorite it for you, and so it'll automatically pop up there for you. You hit Imagine Math. And so this is the page, like the home page for Imagine Math. It shows you the progress that you've made over time. So how many lessons you've attempted, the certificates that you've earned, how many think points that you've accumulated through using Imagine Math. Has leaderboards, so you can compare yourself to other classmates, contests, really all these cool things. So for my two probability and statistics courses, I designed a pathway for you. And so it'll automatically, like, there's no lessons that you need to choose. It'll automatically come up here, whatever the current lesson is. So if you haven't started, it'll show the first lesson there. If you've already passed that one, it'll automatically go to the next one. So in this case, Sam is currently working on the lesson that says summarizing data. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit start. And then here on the left-hand side, it says that Sam's already finished the benchmark. This is a big part because if you never logged into Imagine Math before and you never completed the benchmark, it's a 30 question test that you have to do before you're allowed to go into any of the lessons that I put in the pathway for you. So if you haven't done the benchmark, you need to do that before you can access any of the lessons. So Sam's already done the benchmark. Now I can hit start lesson underneath summarizing data. The top bar here indicates sort of the progression of how the lesson works. Usually it might start out with like a warm up or a game. And if it does that for you, if it shows warm up or something like that, you'll have the option at the bottom to skip it. So you don't always have to do the warm up or the pre-quiz if you don't want to. The main part, like the main meat of the lesson, really comes in the guided learning and the practice portion. Okay, so that's Sam here is already on the guided learning part of the lesson. When you see the questions, you can always have it read it for you by clicking on the little speaker icon here. Also, if you're an English language learner, it has the option to this drop down menu. I put it as Spanish as an option for some of the English language learning students, so that's an option as well. So just looking at this question, the bar graph shows the number of students at Oak Hill that chose each food in the cafeteria. Which statement about the graph is true? So looking at these choices, lunch choices of Oak Hill students, I'm just gonna pick one question at one answer at random here. Okay, so that one was actually I guessed correctly. But if let's go to the next question and see if I can get one that's incorrect. The line plot shows the scores of 10 students. Okay, yeah. So if you get one incorrect, right, oftentimes it'll show you why you got it wrong. It might have this like a little video preview. So it has a little bit of an explanation, and as to why you got it wrong. So it's very much, has all of these supports placed in with the program, so that you can work at your own pace on it, and get real time feedback right away, whether or not you're doing it right, whether or not you're getting it wrong, and be able to you know work on it by yourself. Some other features that Imagine Math uses are these tools on the right-hand side. So it has a calculator in place for you. If the question that you're asking needs to use a calculator. The glossary is really nice. So if you see a question and there's a word that you don't understand, for example, the line plot shows the scores that 10 students received on their last spelling test. Say you don't know what a line plot looks like, or what that means. You can look it up in the glossary. And it has a definition for you. As you can see, it has an example. It explains what line plots are. Okay. Also, we'll read it for you as well. So the glossary is really useful when you're trying to understand what the question is asking. Also has formulas here. If you are doing a lesson that a lot of the ones that I did are probability and statistics, but if you're doing like some geometry lesson or something that involves formulas, it has like area formulas, circumference and perimeter, all these different types of formulas that you can refer back to. All right, so the last one that I wanted to look at is the math help one. So you're going along and you keep on getting questions right. These help videos are not helping. You go to help one, you go to help two, you still don't get it right, and you keep on getting questions wrong. Well, the last option here is an Imagine Math teacher. Okay, so if you've tried, you got the question wrong, you still don't understand it, you looked at the hint, it still doesn't make sense to you, and you want one-on-one help, then you have this option to talk to an Imagine Math teacher. So there's live tutors that are available waiting for students to click on this chat now feature that you can, when you click on it, it automatically connects you to these live tutors. Okay. So it says you may have to wait about 30 seconds to connect. And it says be patient, respectful, and ready to work on math. And then just have a question ready. Okay. So that like, I'm going to exit out of here because I don't want a teacher to actually come on for this video example, but that's a really helpful tool that if you are struggling working by yourself and you can't figure out after watching the video examples, that you can use that math help feature. Okay. So once you finish the guided learning, the practice, the post quiz, you need to score either a 75 or 80% to pass the lesson. And that's how you get a 10 out of 10 grade in my class for Imagine Math for that day. Okay. If you get through the lesson, you get to the end of the post quiz and you score less than 75 or 80%, you'll still get an 8 out of 10. But I do track the time to make sure that you've given sufficient effort, spent time working through the questions. Okay. And yeah, good luck with Imagine Math. I hope this video has helped. As always, reach out if you have any questions.